Hi everyone, my name is Aatikeh Khan. I'm the Public Affairs Manager with Nestle Pakistan. I don't have a presentation prepared for this session because I depended on the Harvard University's research that said that memory recall is lower when if you present your case with a PowerPoint presentation. So apologies to you, Adrian. I'm hoping that these people will remember me more than they'll remember you. So let's start with AWS. We adopted this voluntary standard we started last year, and I still remember the AWS training that I attended. So how Adrian started was he just passed a jug of water around the table, and we all had glasses in front of us, and he told all of us to pour water for ourselves. So of course the people who were sitting at the front of the table, they poured full glasses of water. And then when the jug was going around the table, suddenly you realized, I was sitting towards the end of the table, and I realized there won't be enough water. In fact, the jug will most probably be empty when it comes to me. So that's the case with water, that's the case that is happening in the world. And each one of us at the table, we were a stakeholder. I was a business, there was the government, there were farmers, there was a housewife on the table. So of course we have to be very careful about how we use water and what we do with that water. It used to be that businesses didn't really care about what the civil society was saying or what the activists were saying. But that has changed. You have to believe me that that has changed. That is why Nestle is here at this platform. And if you see the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, there's also one goal that aims at promoting public and private partnership. Because for too long, you've ostracized businesses, you've ostracized local players who can actually be part of the solution. It's like a relationship. If you don't work towards that relationship, if you do not seek counseling for the relationship, and if you're just like, no, you can't meet so and so, and you can't do such and such thing, if you do this, then we're over. Then if you do not engage in a dialogue, if you do not talk to each other, if you do not learn from each other, your relationship is over. And at this point in time, we can't really afford that. So that is why Nestle took up water stewardship as one of its focus areas. So what we used to do was we closed our eyes and we said, okay, there's a lot of criticism, but we're doing a lot inside our factories. We're improving our own efficiencies in-house, and that should be enough. But really it wasn't. That is why the AWS standard helped us. Though it is a voluntary standard, but what it does is it gives you a map, a guideline of what you can do, not just inside your factory, but also outside your factory. So if you're operating in a certain area, you also have communities that are based around that area. You also have the local government. You also have NGOs. And you have to work with all of them. Like in Sheikhupura, we have a lot of other industries based around our factories. So any water efficiency method we adopt, we also go out and tell the other industrial players about what we're doing. So of course Nestle is one of the leaders when it comes to food and beverage companies. So it's only, I would say it's okay that people expect more from us. Whatever we do, we are always criticized for not doing more, but that's okay. We used to not like it, but now we've just accepted that as a challenge. We have to continue and do better. We have to do what is being asked of us. Now I'd just like to tell you about, Adrian already mentioned that we've implemented the AWS standard at our Sheikhupura factory, but we're also now implementing that at our Islamabad factory. And the good thing about the AWS standard is that it helps you come up with solutions for local problems. So in Sheikhupura, one of the huge problems that we recognized was that the communities needed access to safe and clean drinking water. Arsenic is a huge problem in and around Sheikhupura. So we put up 3 drinking water facilities. But in Islamabad, while we are implementing the standard, the water quality is not that big an issue. It's the water, the recharge of the water table. So that's what we're working on at our Islamabad factory. But again, that's only one aspect of what we're doing when it comes to water. We recently launched the Nestle Pakistan Water Plan at LUMS, and what it is a celebration of the various partnerships that we have forged over the years. So the LUMS Center for Water Informatics and Technologies are one partner, WW is another partner with whom we're implementing the AWS standard. We're also going to work with them on a couple of studies, one which calculates how much plastic is recycled, and another study. We have a couple of options. Apart from that, we've partnered with STPI in Islamabad. It's a think tank, and we hope to do advocacy for parliamentarians with them. Then we've partnered with the Punjab government. They have a project as part of which they bear 60% of the cost of putting up drip irrigation. Nestle has a strong dairy business in the country. We have a farmer base of around 100,000 farmers, and most of the farmers grow their fodder on their land. So you must know that more than 90% of the water in Pakistan is used in agriculture. So any water saving that you do, it will only be substantial if you work with farmers, if you help save water in agriculture. So that's why we're promoting drip irrigation, and then also other high efficiency irrigation methods like bed and furrow irrigation, there's sprinkler irrigation, there's hose reels. So we're doing all that with our farmers. And in 2017, we've helped install drip irrigation on 68 acres, and that has led to water savings of around 140 million liters of water. And by 2019, we're hoping to save 400 million liters of water through drip irrigation. Then with LUMS, we're working on, the project is called Water Sense. So what you do is that you install smart water sensors within the soil, which then sends data with the help of a cloud to the farmer's screen, who can then see how much water does the soil currently have. So with crops, the risk is that under irrigation is a risk as well as over irrigation. So water sense technology helps the farmer make an informed decision on how much water he needs to give to his crop and when. That's something that we're piloting. We also have that set up at the stall in the exhibition area, so you're more than welcome to come and visit our stall, and we'll be more than happy to tell you about it. And with that water sense, in one crop cycle, we've helped the farmer save 12%. And we're talking about the maize crop, and normally you get 3 cycles of maize crop within the year, so you're essentially saving 36% of the water that the farmer used for irrigation purposes. And then we have also partnered with the Pakistan Agriculture Research Center in the federal capital. We've put up drip irrigation on a 6-acre site, and the purpose of that is to make a lighthouse, because farmers from across Pakistan come to PARC to learn, and the purpose of that is to showcase how drip irrigation will not only help them save water, but also cut back on their fertilizer cost, and then also increase yield. So that's what we're hoping to do with PARC. And well, that's about it, what Nestle is doing when it comes to water. We have a whole presentation at our stall. If you'd like to drop by, please do if there are any questions. Please do ask. I know that Nestle is, as I said, since it's one of the leaders and also because we're a bottled water company, there are a lot of questions that people have on their minds. But I'm here to tell you that we're willing to address them. We're open to you challenging us. So help us do better. Thank you.